The Ministry of Power, Works and Housing has received 197.5 billion naira. Work on the following highways has now resumed: dualization of Calabar-Itu Road in Cross River, Akwa Ibom State, dualization of Lokoja, Benin Road, Eho, Benin City, Edo State. 3. Reconstruction of outstanding sections of Benin-Shagamu Expressway, Edo, Ogun States. 4. Expansion works on Lagos to Ibadan, dual carriageway, Ogun, Oyo State. And 5. Rehabilitation of Onitsha-Enugu Expressway, Anambra, Enugu State. And number 6, rehabilitation and reconstruction of Enugu, Port Harcourt, dual carriageway, Abia, River State. 7, rehabilitation of Hadeja Nguru Road, Jigawa State. 8, dualization of Kano to Katsina Road, Kano State. 9, dualization of Kano, Maiduguri Road, Borno State. 10, dualization of Azare, Potoskum Road, Azare, Sharuri Road, Bauchi State. Rehabilitation of Ilorin, Jabba, Mokwa, Burnungwaidi Road, Kwara State. 12, construction of Oju Lokoja Uweto Bridge over River Benue, Benue State. Other major highways are in the queue for rehabilitation or new construction.
President Muhammadu Buhari addressing the country in a nationwide broadcast on October 1, 2016 to mark the 56th independence anniversary of Africa's most populous country. Work may be ongoing on a number of the 12 national priority road projects across the country at different stages of completion. But then since 2016, the administration of President Buhari has reportedly awarded contracts and or mobilized contractors back to site for the reconstruction, rehabilitation and expansion of other road projects of over 2,000 kilometers, including the Abuja-Kefi-Lafia-Makurdi highway that runs through the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, Nasarawa and Benue states in the north-central geopolitical zone. However, many highways across the country are in about the worst of deplorable conditions in recent times, and sources in the federal ministry responsible for works confirm that the situation of the roads have gone so bad in recent times, especially in the last 3 years. This is attributed to the failure of the federal government to annually fund emergency road repair works, as has been the case with Operation Zero Potholes, usually undertaken by the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, FEMA, towards Yuletide in the times past. Most of these bad portions of the highways have become not just death traps for road crashes, but a dangerous spots for the operation and activities of kidnappers, armed robbers, and killer bandits. This explains why it is also a big relief for motorists when repair works are undertaken, like the case on the Akumba-Ekpema-Ishua sections of the highway that links states in the southwest geopolitical zone to the northern part of the country through Ondo State.
The important one they do now be this gutter. Now the problem when they swear this road be that. Now the important name be that gutter. The road spoil very bad.
Before it was a very critical condition, which that the motorists are suffering on the roads.
This is Straight Talk, and I am Tyav in Abuja. and we welcome all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to the program. You can also join me in the conversation on my online platforms on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn with all the handles on the webpage of our partners, MediaDimensions.live, the Media Services Resource Center. The Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, ICRC, says there are 195,000 kilometers of roads in Nigeria, out of which 32,000 kilometers are Trunk A roads, popularly known as federal roads, largely connecting two or more states. And out of the 195,000 kilometers of road network in the country, 31,000 are said to be Trunk B roads, for which the 36 state governments are responsible. And these largely connect two or more local governments within a state. The remaining kilometers of roads belong to the 774 local governments and are in the rural areas where data from the ICRC show that as at September 2017, only a total of 60,000 kilometers of road network in the country had been paved, even though, quote, a large proportion is in very poor, unacceptable condition due to insufficient investment and lack of adequate maintenance, end of quote. Roads is mentioned about 13 times in the 2017-2020 development blueprint of the President Buhari administration, known as the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, ERGP, that should by now have a ready strategic plan to succeed it. The policy objectives specified in page 75 of the ERGP provide that the plan of the government is to, quote, restore degraded sections of the federal highways network to improve connectivity over a distance of 4,000 kilometers, end of quote, out of the 32,000 kilometers of federal roads by 2020. However, as at June 12, 2019, President Buhari had this to tell the nation.
Over the next 4 years, over 2,000 kilometers of ongoing federal road and bridge projects across the country will be completed.
One of the roads captured in the 2,000 kilometers of roads mentioned by the president is the 64-kilometer Kaiama-Kisi Road, the border community of Kaiama in Kwara State, that links the north with Oyo State in the southwest, and then other states in the northwest through Niger State, and the West African country of Benin Republic. Kaiama is also the host community of one of the country's 7 national parks, talking about the Kainji Lake National Park, that should be a major revenue spinner in the tourism industry. Today, however, Kaiama local government, though in Kwara State, holds more than half of the total area covered by the Bogo and Zuguma sectors of the Kainji Lake National Park. This tourist facility can only be accessed through New Busa in Niger State because the road through Kaiama is in very terrible condition. This is what it looks like to come into Nigeria from Benin Republic through the Kaiama border community in Kwara State that ordinarily should take only 4 hours, but now takes up to 8 or even 10 hours. It is an embarrassment for Africa's most populous country, but this has been the situation for decades. The road is an alternative route to states like Kebbi, Zamfara, and Sokoto in the northwest through Niger State, especially for the movement of goods and services, but the 7.9 billion naira contract awarded in 2014 has received funding of only 738 million naira in 5 years.
This road has been like this for over 10 years. And every time we hear that they have awarded the contract and we see nothing, they are doing nothing in short concerning this road. In short, most of the time, if motors sink here, we do use a week before we could be able to bring out the motor. This is Federal Road, and we see no reason this road should be like this. It's as if the government has forgotten us in this area.
It's too bad, too bad. The road is too bad. So what we need for the government is that let them do road for us. We don't want anything, na road.
The former Commissioner for Works in Kwara State, Aro Yahaya, and leaders of the sleepy Kayama border community speak on the history and circumstances surrounding the abandoned road project that should be a national priority in view of its location and economic potentials.
Before we got final approval from federal government, we had presidential approval from President Muhammadu Buhari in 2016 to commence the construction of Kaiama-Kisi Road, which is about 16.2 kilometer road straight. The contract for that road was awarded by the state government in 2014. And before the approval came, and due to the importance of that road, as you mentioned, the state government mobilized the contractor with 500 million. The road is divided into 3 segments, 3 lots, with hope that the state government will be able to mobilize all the 3 contractors at a time. Unfortunately, we all know what has happened to Nigerian economy since then. Out of the certificate we issued to the Federal Minister of Power, Works and Housing, we are still expecting 385 million because we gave them a certificate of 615, out of which they paid 238. And we are aware that they themselves, they don't have the money. If they have the money, with the priority given to that road project, they ought to have reimbursed us fully, especially on the certificate they've issued.
We want the federal government to do that road by itself, not state government, because we have been deceived so many times. We are grateful to the federal government for awarding those roads, but we want the federal government to do it by itself, not the state. The state has been deceiving us severally. We are not happy.
This road has been a problem to us from decades ago. If you look at it, we have a lot of agricultural resources and all other natural resources in Kayama local government as a whole. But due to the bad road, we have been cut off from neighboring states and other part of the country. We share boundary with Benin Republic, which is not supposed to be more than 4 hours. But because of the bad road, you end up spending 8-10 hours. To the state capital, we end up spending 5-6 hours. Me that I'm speaking before you, my wife got miscarriage 2 times, rushing her to Kishi Muslim Hospital to deliver because of this bad road. So we have been experiencing a bad.
And from the north central, we will take you to the southeast, where another road project of the federal government was hardly started before it became an abandoned project for several years now and counting. We are talking about the Owerri-Aba road that links Imo State, especially the capital Owerri, with the commercial city of Aba, and the capital of Abia State, which is Umuahia. Instructively, there is no airport in Abia State, so the Sam Mbakwe International Cargo Airport in Imo State, which is located off the Owerri-Aba road, effectively serves travelers in the 2 states. And being a cargo facility, it is designed to take great advantage of the Aba commercial city and the capital of Abia State, which is Umuahia. From the Imo State capital city, all appears well with the 96-kilometer Owerri-Aba road that also has a spur that links you to Umuahia, the Abia State capital. However, this is just for a few kilometers where you will also see the project signboard, which shows that the contract which was awarded for the project was for the dualization of the road long before the Federal Ministry of Works had a change of name in November 2015.
We have heard about the road for the years past that it will be dualized. We are not seeing anything. Rather, what we see signboard, and they will write so contractor, this, that. At the end of the day, nothing will happen. So it costs us many things. I'm praying if God will help us, because as I'm seeing this country now, it takes by the grace of God for any governor or any president to remember Imo State.
When former President Goodluck Jonathan started it, we were all happy. Along this town now, this is the most busiest road. Not to talk of Onisha Road or other areas, but this Aba Road is the most busiest road. So, but all this way, they are not doing it. And I still know too good way because Aba people, formerly Imo State, they are inclined in business. If it is opened very well as it's supposed to be, it will help the town to grow more.
Driving through the ever-busy road after the intersection to the Sam Mbakwe International Cargo Airport in Ngwo-Okpala local government area is where the road is begging for rehabilitation, especially the spur that takes one to Umuahia, the Abia State capital. The road is in dire need of reconstruction before you even start talking about the dualization project that is supposed to have been undertaken on it. Motorists are confronted with deep potholes that have defied efforts by some communities along the road to cover them up. The experience for road users is unimaginable, especially during the very busy hours of the day, with military and police checkpoints making matters worse.
As we are coming down from Owerri now, there's no roads. Even our vehicle here break down, water full inside, and we are happy that you people has inviting government to come and fill us to help the masses traveling from here to Umuahia, from Umuahia to Calabar. Everybody is suffering. There's no good roads.
We need the government to come and help us, to come and fix the road so that we can enjoy the road. This place is also part of Nigeria. And when you go to the north, you see that they have a very good road. Let the government come to our aid and help us so that we can make use of our road and be happy. But telling us that you have awarded a contract with that being done, and you see the person enjoying, moving freely, my brother, the government is fooling us.
The only relief for road users comes when vehicles plying the Owerri-Aba Road, for instance, get onto the Port Harcourt-Enugu Expressway that has itself been under rehabilitation for several years and is now funded with money raised from the 2017 100 billion naira sukuk bonds of the federal government. Another major federal road begging for attention is the 130.9 kilometer Makurdi-Gboko-Katsina highway in Benue State, north-central Nigeria, that connects the two geopolitical zones of the northeast Nigeria through Taraba State and then the south-south through Cross River State. Different sections of this road are in very terrible condition, making it challenging and painstaking for travelers from the three states of Taraba, Cross River, and Benue State itself to easily access Abuja, the nation's capital, through the capital city of Makurdi. The worst section of the road remains the stretch besides the cement manufacturing company that is 72 kilometers away from Makurdi. It is very clear that the impact of the limestone mining within the operational area of the cement factory and the heavy-duty vehicles that move the packaged cement bags into the market take their toll on the durability of the road, and the motorists pay the price. We met this commercial driver, Tenengi Tagi, working on his car, which has just broken down from the impact of the deplorable road, and he shares his experience and that of other drivers with us.
I'm coming. So the bojon can't lose. The driving shot mark come on inside cup. The bojon scatter. My style bearing scatter, my driving shot must fall because of the bad road.
For how long has this road been this bad?
Guys, it's getting to, if I'm not mistaken, it's getting to 4 years. It's getting to 4 years now.
So what's your appeal? What would you want government to do?
I want them to repair this road. Please. And I even tell God, beg them to repair it. Because this road is causing some people to death. It's causing a lot of problem for here. Some people are causing us, some people are dying. Their cars are spoiling. Dangerous things are happening here within this short road that is spoiled.
Other sections of the road between Makurdi and Boko are also very bad, with vehicles negotiating their way to navigate the growing number of dangerous potholes. In fact, the intersection of the road that takes motorists into Boko town from what is called New Road and heads to Alede Otukpo in Benue South Senatorial District and Enugu State in the southeast is almost cutting off dangerously somewhere around the Timbershed Market and Mechanic Village, where the unimaginable can happen at any time. It is the same story for motorists proceeding from Boko through Ogbuma Junction to Katsina and Taraba State on the left and Cross River State on the right. Road safety officials we met around the Katsina Bridge told us off camera that the Benue State Sector Command has made several reports to the government about the deplorable condition of the road and the need to rehabilitate it without any further delay. The Katsina Bridge itself, which was constructed in 1978 and has never seen any form of maintenance, is collapsing, and the danger it poses to road users is so deadly that the country can only be warned that a national emergency is waiting to happen when the frame holding the bridge at the moment finally gives way. We approached authorities of the Federal Ministry in charge of works to speak on the condition of federal roads across the country, including the 2,000 kilometers reportedly under rehabilitation, as indicated by President Buhari. But then there has been no response. The only official of the ministry who spoke with us is the Federal Controller of Works in Benue State, who could understandably only provide updates on federal roads and infrastructure within his jurisdiction.
Yes, there is a washout at near the Mechanic Village on the Yandev-Aliede Road. We have already sent a proposal to our head office for action, something to be done, and we hope that they will respond quickly so that the road can be repaired.
The Boko-Makurdi Road, I think it's one of the roads in very terrible shape in the state.
Yes, there was a contractor on that road initially. That contract has been terminated and a new contract awarded.
The Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Kwara, had estimated that the country needs 3 trillion naira to fix her highways. This may not even be enough considering the deplorable condition of most of the roads. The Nigerian government must therefore come up with innovative ways to fund massive road rehabilitation across the country, in addition to the ongoing heavy spending on reviving the railways, which they hope that the investment of the multi-billion dollars from Chinese loans will take some pressure of vehicular traffic off the roads, the highways to the rail tracks. The next economic blueprint to be designed by the President Muhammadu Buhari administration to succeed the economic recovery and growth plan, talking of the ERGP, that elapses in 2020, needs to address this issue, which is only next to the country's electricity supply challenges and unemployment in the hierarchy of national priority needs. And that's Straight Talk. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel to watch the program at your convenience. I am Tyav. Thanks a lot to our partners, Media Dimensions, the Media Services Resource Center, for their support. And thanks to you for watching. And goodbye from Abuja.